Hi guys, welcome back. Today I am super excited because we are going to be doing a dupe comparison video. We are going to be comparing the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, which is one of my all-time favorite high-end primers. This is absolutely amazing. Makes your makeup last all day, and I know it's expensive, but a little bit does go a long way. As you can see, I still have so much product left, and I have been using this for a little while now. So we're going to be testing this out side by side to the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer. I tested this out only once when I reviewed the e.l.f. Jelly Pop collection, and I really did enjoy it, but I figured today we would kind of test both of these out side by side and see if we have a $10 dupe on our hands compared to the Milk Primer, which I believe this is like $30. So quite a big price difference. So if we have a dupe, I'm going to be really excited. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. I have my eye makeup done. I'm going to show you guys both of the primers side by side. I'm going to do my face makeup, and then we're going to do a wear test and see which side looks better. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to grab a snack, and let's get started and see if we have a dupe on our hands. Just kidding, I'm still here. I know I look crazy right now. I'm in the process of getting ready to film another video, but I wanted to pop in here because I totally forgot to mention it because I've been pre-filming a lot, but I'm actually having my very first meet and greet this Saturday, August 10th from 1 to 2 p.m. at BeautyCon LA with LA Girl Cosmetics, and I am so excited. I will leave the details in the description box below. I cannot wait. I really hope to meet some of you guys, so if you are at BeautyCon, please stop by the LA Girl Cosmetics booth. We can chat, say hi, hug, take a photo. I really hope to see you guys there on Saturday, so let me know if you guys will be there. So I'm actually flying into LA on Friday, and I'll be vlogging the trip and everything, so make sure you guys are following me on my vlog channel. Again, I will link that down below. So I know we're here for the video, so let's just go ahead and get started, and I hope to see you guys on Saturday. Okay, cool. So I have no face makeup on. I'm gonna do my usual routine as I normally would when I would use my Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I'm gonna do the same thing on both sides of my face. So I'm gonna start off with my NYX Bear With Me Multi-Talent Fixing Spray. I'm always applying a primer water. I feel like it's a must no matter what kind of makeup look I'm doing. So I'm just gonna let that sit in for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go in with the Dew Primer and the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I'm gonna do the Milk Primer on my left side, and I'm gonna do the e.l.f. Primer on the right side. So let's start off with the Milk one. I will insert claims of these primers in case you guys don't know. So the Milk one, just going on Sephora's website right now, this actually retails for $30, and they do have a mini size version as well, which honestly I would probably recommend, just because the big one, I mean, it's nice, but you don't need that much primer, to be honest with you. So the mini size would last you a little while. And it says it's a hydrating makeup gripping primer formulated with derived cannabis seed extract and blue agave for all day hydration and hold, which I 100% agree with. This doesn't necessarily really hydrate my skin though a ton. Like, it doesn't feel like a moisturizer, but it definitely does make your makeup last all day. It is a really nice primer. So I'm gonna take this, and I just usually do one pump. Usually that covers my entire face. So I like to put this mostly on the bottom of my face, and then also right on my forehead. Now, this doesn't do anything for pores or oil control. It really just makes your makeup last longer. So just a little FYI. So you might have to mix primers, which is usually what I do. I really like this because it's not too sticky. It doesn't dry out my skin, and it just feels really good into the skin. It just absorbs really quickly. So I love this primer. Now let's do the e.l.f. primer on this side. So again, I'm gonna pull up e.l.f.'s website to see what this is all about. So there are a lot of really good ingredients in here: hyaluronic acid, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, watermelon extract. This does smell like Sour Patch watermelons, which I personally really like. This has a unique gel texture, works like glue to grip the makeup, and it has a lot of skin loving ingredients. So pretty much the claims are very similar to the Hydro Grip one from Milk. So I'm gonna do the same amount on the other side. First impression, which I did mention in my e.l.f. Jelly Pop review, the e.l.f. one definitely feels like a hair gel right off the bat, where the Milk one doesn't really feel like that. So the textures do feel a little bit different. Nothing crazy though, but just something to note. And this one is a little bit stickier than the Milk one, but they both do feel a little bit similar on the skin. With these primers, I feel like less is more. You really don't need a ton. You don't need to pack it on because it does go a long way. As I mentioned to you guys, these primers aren't going to do anything with pore filling or mattifying your skin. So I do have larger pores, especially on my T-zone. So I like to go in with something that's going to fill them in and just make that area look super smooth. So I'm going to use one of my faves. This is the No Problem Primer from Touch in Sol. So I'm going to do about that much, which is like a pump and a half, and I'm just gonna put this right on my T-zone. And using a pore primer, at least the two that I've used with these primers, they don't affect anything. If anything, it just makes the makeup look so much better. So that's that. My hair is literally flipping up. I just got my hair cut which you guys will probably know that I got my hair cut from my previous video, but it is just flipping up so much because it is so short. So for my foundation, I've really been loving the NYX Born to Glow Naturally Radiant foundation. I think this is just so freaking beautiful. So I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild sponge. I'm just going to pounce this into the skin. Okay, so you can see there really isn't a difference. You cannot tell that I have two different primers on my face. Even though the texture of the e.l.f. one feels slightly more sticky than the Milk one, I feel like when you actually apply it to your skin and once it settles, and then obviously when you put other products on over top, you really cannot tell a difference. So I'm about to finish up the rest of my makeup, like my powder, bronzer, blush, all that fun stuff. But I wanted to show you guys my skin right before I started powdering it because I wanted you to see that everything looks exactly the same on both sides, which I kind of expected it, of course, because both of these primers do not claim to make your face look super smooth or poreless. These are really just meant to prolong your makeup. We're really only going to be able to tell a difference throughout the day and seeing how both of them wear side by side. But I still wanted to show you guys what they look like because honestly, you cannot tell that I have the e.l.f. primer on one side and the Milk one on the other. So yeah, I'm just going to finish up the rest of my makeup and then I'll be right back and we'll do a little check-in, and then I'll come back several hours later and let you guys know my final thoughts. So I will be right back. I am really loving the way my products look. Everything looks super smooth. This is the e.l.f. side, and you can see the bronzer, the blush, the highlight looks really good. And then this is the Milk side, which also looks really good. There aren't any big drastic differences between the two sides, which I think is great. I'm really loving the way this e.l.f. primer looks. This is my second time using it, and I'm very impressed so far, once again. I also did want to mention, I did set my makeup with my Milani Make It Last. This is like one of my favorite drugstore setting sprays. It really does make your makeup last, and it's my favorite, especially with the heat. It's great. So I did drench my skin in that, and then right now it is 2:22, so it's a little later in the day, but I will wear this for several hours and I'll check back in with you guys later on and we'll see if we have a dupe on our hands. But so far, I'm really happy with the primer from e.l.f. and I'm loving it. So I will be back in just a few hours and I'll check in with you guys and let you know my final thoughts. Hey guys, I am back. Okay, so I just wanted to pop on here and mention that in these next clips, for only about 2 minutes, I forgot to plug in my mic, so it sounds a little echoey. I realized towards the, you'll see, I realized towards the end of the video that I forgot to plug it in, so I apologize for the bad audio, but it's only for 2 minutes, so please bear with me, it gets better. Right now, it is approximately 9:43 p.m. It is much later in the day. I've been wearing this makeup for several hours at this point, and this is what my face is looking like. So obviously I do need to touch up. I have not touched up or blotted at all. The only thing I did earlier, because I was taking some photos, was add more highlight to both sides of my face. But other than that, I have not touched up my makeup. And then of course, right before I started filming, I did reapply my lip color. I cannot believe that the makeup held up so well throughout the day. Today was a hot one. It was really gross and humid out. You can just see like my skin still looks good. Obviously, like I said, I do need to touch up. My forehead is pretty oily, but that's really nothing that a blotting sheet can't fix. If you actually look at my skin, the makeup and everything that I put on earlier is still in place. The foundation, the bronzer, the blush, the highlight on both sides, it looks super smooth. It still looks very seamless, and I think everything looks really good. And this is the ultimate test for me because usually in the evening by now, if makeup were to be coming off of my face, it would have already happened, or it would be happening right now, like fading around my nose, around my chin, or around my cheeks. But like you can still see everything is still intact, it's in place, and it looks still really good. If I were to touch up right now, it would look really seamless. So let me just do that really quick. Since we're here, I'm just gonna use my Palladio rice paper blotting sheets. These are my favorite from Sally's Beauty. Ever since Casey Holmes talked about these, I think it was maybe like 2-3 years ago, I've been obsessed with them ever since. So definitely check these out because they are amazing. So I'm just gonna blot away pretty much my forehead. You can just see like how amazing does my forehead look. And you can see the blotting sheet, it looks so gross, but this doesn't take away any makeup, it just takes away and removes the oil. So that's why I love these. And then typically I'll just take a little bit of like my brush or some powder and just kind of touch up like that. But yeah, it doesn't remove any of the makeup and you can still see everything is still good. Let me know what you guys think, because like I said, my mic was not on the whole time. It was unplugged. Okay, so my mic was not plugged in. Major eye roll, but you saw I did touch up and it looks really, really good. I mean, I'm super impressed with these primers. I think obviously the Milk one is absolutely amazing. Everything on this side looks really good. For me, the ultimate test with a primer like this is how the foundation looks around my nose, around my mouth, and if my blush, bronzer, and the products that I have on my cheeks still lasted throughout the day. And for me, I'm giving the e.l.f. side a double thumbs up. I mean, the foundation is still intact around my nose, around my mouth. You can still visibly see the products on my cheeks, my forehead, everything is still there. And then you can see on the Milk side, everything is still there as well. I really don't notice a difference with my face, and I don't notice one side looking better than the other. I think they both look really good. So I am definitely going to say that this e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dupe Primer is in fact a dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. The only difference that I really saw earlier was the texture. The e.l.f. one is slightly stickier. It feels more like a hair gel, whereas the Milk one doesn't really feel like that. It feels a little bit different, but once you have them on the skin, there's barely a difference. And then of course, once your products go on and then once you wear them throughout the day, you really do not notice any difference at all. Also, don't judge me. My eyelash is definitely coming off. It's been a long day. It's time for me to wipe this makeup off, get in the shower, and go to bed. But I'm super happy with this dupe. Let me know what you guys think down below. I am giving the e.l.f. one a double thumbs up, especially for the price, and especially because I feel like this is going to last a really long time, considering you only need, I would say, like a dime size amount of the product and you're good for your entire face. So I think we have another successful dupe comparison video. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Let me know which one you have. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you gonna try it? I would love to hear from you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. And I will see you in a few days in my next video. Bye. I'm going out with you tonight. Are you close to here? I'm feeling down. I don't know why. No, it's so surreal.